Hi, this is Starsky&Hutch 21st Century Environmental Explorers video. If you like what we're doing, can you please press on a little green man and his dog in the bottom right hand corner? Thank you.
Okay. Hi, I'm Fife from Kinkell, and here we are today at Kinkell Farm, an old farm, and you're in a field that we are rewilding. Rewilding takes us right back to the Ice Age, so what we're trying to do is let natural processes that used to take place thousands of years ago, we're trying to let them come back, and that's because Scotland has lost so much of its biodiversity, its life. It's lost its life, it's lost its plants and its animals, and we're trying to bring them back. So by rewilding, we just let nature take over. We try and take a back seat and let nature do the work for us. We're trying to make rewilding happen quickly, so we're planting thousands of trees, we're making ponds, and we're going to graze all this land with Highland cows and Highland ponies, try and turn it all into a Scottish forest and savannah. So, I mean, my ambition is if you come back here in 20 years, you know, you won't see what we've got today, which is really just an old agricultural field full of grass. What you'll see is forests full of life, teeming with birds and bees and insects and flowers and plants, and many of the species that we've lost, that are gone today, will have come back, and we'll have a much richer and more biodiverse environment for people to enjoy. And when I say people, it's because I want to help reconnect people with nature. I think people are disconnected from nature now, and I'd love to help bring them here and show them what nature can be, and change that concept where we look at today and we look at these intensive farms and we look at these just fields full of crops with no hedgerows ploughed to the margins. When we look at our bare hills, you can see the Cairngorms from here. When you look at the barren hills that have been grazed for hundreds of years by sheep, totally now devoid of life, very, very minimal plants and wildlife on them today. We can bring nature back, we can make this country much richer in wildlife again, and I think we can live off it as well. So intensive farming obviously produces a lot of food, but I think by rewilding the land, we'll produce more from the land, and we'll be able to use that for food and to make products and goods as well. So just to give an example of what we hope rewilding will do, you can see this was just a grass field, and you can see a lot of the area around here is just pure, dominated by pure grass, and it's fertilised agricultural land. Actually, by degrading the soil and letting nature take over, what we hope to achieve is more of this diverse wildflowers and weeds and that kind of thing. And this will actually support a lot more life than just a grass-dominated grassland. So when we bring cows in here to graze, they'll dig up the ground, they'll take out a lot of the grasses, and over time we'll get more diverse kind of plant species coming in. So I think in Scotland and in many places, rewilding has got a bad name, and that's often because people think that they just want to bring wolves back, to bring all the natural processes back, or also because they want to bring beavers back, which create lots of wetland areas, and obviously too much wetland and can cause real problems for farmers because they lose crops, and also farmers don't like wolves because they eat sheep, and these are obviously very real problems. We're not talking about bringing back wolves or beavers here, but there are two sides to the argument. Farmers obviously need to be compensated. I think the government has a big role to play here to subsidise and make things happen, to encourage farmers to be more nature friendly. I don't know what you guys think about rewilding, but you know, it's gaining in popularity, and there are many different ways of looking at it. It would be good to know what you think. This is our orchard, where we've planted 130 trees this winter, and we're going to make champagne cider from these trees. You can watch it in the next video.